You mean the pornography? No. No, gentlemen. It's that was just for Jared. For a minute, I thought Jared was coming on. Actually, I thought Aaron was coming on. I thought Aaron was coming on because it was Aaron's. That's Aaron's color. You know how we all have our own kind of color, actually. I don't know if you've noticed that. Yeah, because the picture you guys use for your kind of dictates what your color is. So Nick is kind of a blue. I'm kind of a red. John, what is your... John is kind of... I don't know what color yours is.
His is... I think it's like a yellowish.
Yeah.
No, I mean, not quite like an...
But Aaron has that sky gray color. And so, like, when you put the beer thing on, it was...
Like, mine's blue. Like...
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so, like, when I saw that gray color... Because... Oh, yeah, you're a dark gray. But Aaron's the light gray.
Oh, okay.
Aaron's the light gray, so the light gray was like... Anyway, stupid fucking Discord bullshit.
Is that icon for your beer camera, is that something you put in, or is that something you selected, Nick?
He stole.
That's something I stole on the internet somewhere.
Mm.
Yeah, they'll be coming for him.
Mm-hmm.
You guys...
be struck down by copyrights.
All right. You guys ready to do this? You got your beer, John?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And
it's past John's bedtime.
The co-op cop.
Co-op. Oh, I have it too. All right. Let's take this down. Hello and welcome to the Couch Co-op. I'm Ian. I got Nick. I got John. I got Wusu. That must be the beer we're drinking.
We got Commander Shepard.
Commander. That's not my Shepard. Fem Shep only. Fem Shep or no Shep. But yes, Nick, tell us, Lord Bearstro, tell us about this this beer you picked.
I don't know anything about it.
Well, you know what? I pulled up the internet. And I know all about it.
Yeah, I probably should have done that if I had been a decent person. But I mean, this is just something. It's another thing that I found going to an Asian grocery store.
Wusu!
Oh, I passed that, by the way. You went to the one in Tualatin?
Wusu!
No, this
There's
one
an H-Mart in Tualatin, but I didn't know if that was the one you went to.
Wusu!
I went to the one in Tigard on 99W.
Okay.
This is the sound a turbo blow-off valve makes. Wusu! No? All right, fine. Fuck you. No, seriously though, this beer is owned and brewed by Carlsberg Group. So Carlsberg, Denmark. Wusu beer. This beer is bright golden in color with a thick, dense, creamy head. The fresh, malty scent and just the right degree of ester fragrance mixed together gives the beer a mellow richness. It is full-bodied, refreshing. With a soft and pure flavor with an aftertaste that lingers after drinking, its strong malty flavors fully reflect the extraordinary warmth of the local Xingqiao personalities and is beloved by local consumers. Interesting to note that the China version is 3.1%. This American version is 4%. So this is a crazy light-ass beer.
They slapped this, like, the ingredients label on it that's separate from the rest of the label.
Yeah.
I thought that was
it's probably something they have to.
Also, the government warnings on it too. Let's pop this. Ow!
You just see something like asbestos on the ingredient.
Yeah, right. It's interesting too because this has a red label, and the China version from is a green label. So it's green in China.
It does smell like Carlsberg, like that.
It does have a. I think I've ever had Carlsberg.
Oh, it's delicious. John hates it,
yeah,
but I think it's delicious. Anyone ever had any Chinese beers?
Just
I think Tsingtao.
Yeah, I've had that. I do not like that beer. So here we go, my second Chinese beer. Wow, that is really light.
It's refreshing.
It's refreshing and nice, though. I actually like this one. But
Yeah,
it's
not
crazy
very,
light.
not strong flavor or anything.
Does have the
This
green bottle
dense,
skunkiness you'd expect, though. I mean,
this
just not as
right,
intense
Pronounced.
as
right.
or pronounced. Yeah, a better word.
Mine did not pour with a dense, creamy head though. Maybe I need to get that on
Mine
draft.
didn't either, but I also may not have been pouring mine to optimize.
It's almost a full percentage of alcohol more than the Chinese version. Kind of crazy.
How, in your two experience, what's the lowest alcohol beer you've drank with it not being non-alcoholic? Is it 3%, or have you drank something that's lower than 3%?
I've drink. Isn't that Schinhoffler orange thing like 3.5? 3 or
Yeah,
5?
I actually thought it was somewhere in the twos, but I've never had it.
Maybe it's
But
2s. I've had that.
it's
That's
a
pretty low.
Schaffhofer or
Yeah, whatever that orange kind of like
yeah,
orange.
Was in the twos?
It's pretty low. I've had that.
Mhm.
What did you say was in the twos?
Schlafhofer. I forget. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
I
You know,
think
it's
I've had
it's
that
like
before.
orange.
It's it actually seems to be fairly popular,
Yeah.
or at least when I've seen it delivered to stores, it's like always in like multiple cases.
You can get it at a Total Wine. It's pretty popular, especially during summertime because it's like this light kind of malty.
Yeah, I think I've had it before.
I think that's pretty low, like somewhere at 2 or 3. It's pretty low, but that's the lowest I think. And that is arguably not a beer. Maybe I don't know. It is a beer. I don't know.
It's like I almost want to. I thought it was a Radler.
This is pretty enjoyable. I could
No,
see.
I like it.
I could pound this.
Yeah, this is actually pretty nice. I like it better than Carlsberg. That's
Pretty
for sure.
well. That's a totally different. I mean, I think that's a totally different beer. Really, this is a super light. This is just a light beer. Really, it's surprising it's not called light or diet or ultra.
Well, I think the price I paid for it is not any of those.
What does Wusu mean? I'm curious what it means. Not Wushu. I just want Wusu.
Maybe English to Chinese translator on Google.
It might be a city in China.
Of course. Which version of Chinese?
But anyway, what else do I have on this beer? There's no direct link off Wikipedia. It just says it's one of Carlsberg's beers. And in beer in China, it's a beer in China. I wonder if it's like an American, or not American, but like an English beer in China. Like it's not really I don't know. Like we want to make a beer in China.
Well, it kind of looks like
It's so much better than, how do you say it? Sing Tao?
Tsingtao.
Oof.
It's like a very light pronunciation of that T before. But I did find that this, I guess it's not going to show up, but just for fun, went to the Google Translator, and that's Mandarin for Wusu right there. Or Chinese simplified, I guess.
How did you get to pick up the character?
Well,
Did you do a Google image search?
No, I did
English to Mandarin or English to Chinese?
English to Chinese simplified. I initially did English to Mandarin on the Google search, but the characters that showed up matched the ones on the bottle.
Oh, okay.
Sing Tao is the same type of beer, but it's like a 4.7. They're both pale lagers.
Oh, did you two see that there's talks in Oregon of their repealing the recyclable tax?
Oh, I hope so. I mean, I don't hope so. I mean, I hope so.
I don't know if anything serious is happening.
Wait,
I
that's the
just mean
tax, not the bottle return.
the bottle return is what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
So there's I've been seeing rumors on Reddit that I guess
Let's kill these homeless people. Let's kill them. We got to get them out of our state. How do we do that? Let's kill the. You know what would be great, honestly? You know what would be brilliant? Is it like that money was still allocated, but if teachers returned it, it would be given to their school district. So then you'd have all these teachers driving around late at night.
Bro.
Isn't that a brilliant idea, though?
No,
I don't know.
Because here's the thing. I just read that the Ridgefield, the ex-superintendent, was making over $500,000 a year. Like, he topped out as making $543,000, and then he retired or whatever. But I was just like, I don't even know how do you justify paying a superintendent $500,000? What the fuck do they do?
I mean, they do a lot. Our superintendent,
but $500,000 worth of a lot?
But our not our current superintendent. I don't know what he makes, but our last superintendent before he was let go, he was making like $250,000.
See that I've seen that,
but I get that, and he was actually the lowest paid superintendent.
Crazy.
Versus all the other superintendents, which is kind of and that's just whatever. But Ridgefield, that's crazy because that's a small district. That's an incredibly right-wing district. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I wouldn't know, but
I'm glad we brought that up on Couch Co-op.
I know. Sorry to hijack the show.
Yeah, it's kind of shitty, especially when all the school districts is having to cut all these positions.
I know.
And your fucking superintendent's making $500,000. It's like, do you need to make $500,000? Like, that's pretty fucking gnarly.
Yeah. But anyways, getting back to the beer. Sorry.
No, it's fine. What else are we going to talk about?
So Nick, now that we've done your experiment on Asian beers, what do you have any more foresight into them or thought about Asian style beers, or is it the same as any other beer that you
I would say
drink?
This is before we I feel like we're glumping Asian beers together. We haven't tasted the full plethora of Asian beers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and we really did mostly Indian beers, and I know India is considered an Asian, but I feel like that's a very vastly different area than say China.
It is a totally different set of cultures,
right? And actually, that's this is. I mean, I did buy this when I was buying those Indian beers, but that wasn't like really the goal. It was really just to try the Indian beers, and this just happened to be there. It looked different, and
this is the best beer out of the bunch, though.
Yeah.
Ooh, really? I still like the Taj. That Taj was really good.
But I actually have some more stuff. I mean, I took a picture of it last week when I picked it up, but there'll be some more beers coming your way.
Oh, those are the Thailand beers, right? Nick, you don't have to support this show. We can also support, or we can all go out and buy our own. We could pick a beer and we can all buy it ourselves,
Or I can just pay you to do all the legwork. I'd rather much do that.
Oh, just send Nick. Just Venmo him like $20. Hey Nick, pick a
I would
beer.
Venmo him more than that. I'm sure it costs more than 20 to get.
No, but a 6-pack is like what? A 6-pack is like $12.
Oh, we each getting a six-pack?
No, we're each getting one of the 6-pack.
Yeah.
But you have to buy the beer for everybody. So, anyway, go ahead, Nick. I apologize.
I don't know. It was just no, actually, it's Vietnamese beer. I take that back.
Vietnamese. That's what it was. That's like I was like, is it Thailand? Saigon. And it was Saigon. That's right. It was. That's what it was. Yeah.
But yeah, there's 2 different versions of that, and I'm kind of excited to give those a whirl. But I still have to get those to you. But I've got them separated, and I have replacement freebies for you as well, Ian.
No, I don't need to do those. We don't need to do those. It's not really that much interesting to do those. I don't know.
Well, I just thought because they were given to me for free, and I don't think they've been covered yet. That was the only reason.
All right. Have you drinking all the Heineken Silver, John?
Yeah, and I drank the hazy dark beer.
Everyone's drinking them all. Let's not
The
worry
And the
about
only one
that.
that
The
has-
Asian beers were the only ones I set aside and didn't
Yeah,
drink.
let's not worry
Every-
about that.
Okay. I set them aside because I
Just
thought it'd
drink
be-
them, John. Nick, just drink that shit.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to do the mustache one, the one that I was asking about the cryo freeze
No, this
hops.
the Bandicoot.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't particularly like that one.
I didn't.
So
It's all right. It's a mediocre. I didn't know you didn't know this. So Hop Valley has this whole like that's their whole thing is the cryo hops. If you go look at all their
I've
beers,
never seen it. I've
oh,
never
yeah.
seen any other beers. That's the first
Oh,
time I've ever
no.
come across it.
No,
But I don't
that's-
buy Hop Valley that
Yeah.
much.
Well, there you go. But like Hop Valley, if you look, they have a
And
whole.
it sounds like he's not gonna
Yeah, they have a whole cryo hop mix pack.
line.
They have a
Okay.
line, but they have a mix pack, and yeah,
Mm.
it's it's kind of one of the things that they started, and then slowly some other breweries have started doing it. But it's-
So how many breweries have been axed at this point? Because there's been like a huge, there's been a large amount. But then how many of them have actually been axed? Because there was one brewery, I forgot the name, but it got axed, but then it got bought out. Like they closed the restaurant. That
well,
was
Ecliptic shut down, but they
Ecliptic,
got
thank you.
bought up by the Ninkasi group, so it's still independent. But they're still.
But what
around.
was it? So what was the? Because did they shut down? And then after they shut down, Nikasi bought them.
Well, they bought the rights to brew the beer and carry on the brewing, but they're not going to run the brewery or the pub. They don't want to.
Yeah.
So the that shut down, but the beer's going to live on. That's what that is. Like they
Gotcha.
don't want to run because in these times of like restaurants shutting down because of post COVID and not having enough blah blah blah, they don't want to deal with that shit. But the beer is still, I mean, arguably good or bad. I don't know. Ecliptic's fine, but
I had some Ecliptic beers and I thought they were great. I was
I think they're
Yeah,
fine.
they had a barley one that I really liked that I would rarely see and haven't seen it since.
I feel like all the beers I've had of theirs, they're fine. They're drinkable. I enjoy them, but they're also kind of dismissible, like Bowie or Freem. Like, I don't know. They don't really. Oh, Ecliptic. That's delicious. I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at with them. Isn't that guy from Deschutes originally, or no? What brewery is he from? That brewer left a big brewery like Deschutes and then started his own, but could be Woodmere. I don't know. It was like he was a. I mean, you know what's sad about this is like then you have Rogue, which is just a bunch of rich Nike guys starting a brewery, and then they're still successful. So it makes you feel like, you know what? I mean, Dead Guy's a good beer, but all the rest of their beers are kind of meh. And it's like, fuck those guys. Like, it's just a bunch of rich Nike guys that got fat paid, and then they started a brewery. And
then they started doing.
You're saying so? You're wondering
Yeah,
if
mild stuff,
Ecliptic
like-
had that kind of bankroll, if it could have been.
yeah, Rogue
more
was
successful.
never not going to succeed because those guys were always going to come put money into it, unless their beer just fucking flat out sucked. But anyway,
Do you think they get just as many tax breaks as Nike does?
who knows? I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure they find their ways with their hop farm and their spirits and.
Oh, they probably do get a tax break on the hop farms. I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
It is definitely Oregon's most overrated brewery. I think. I mean, for how good Dead Guy is, I don't think the brewery is as good as that beer. So,
They experiment a lot, and
yeah.
well, I think back in the day they probably experimented a lot more than what you would have assumed a brewery would, because it seemed like they had like a lot of just kind of different beers, and then they partnered up with things like Deadliest Catch. I think they had a Deadliest Catch beer for a while.
Oh my god.
And they teamed up with Morimoto and had a couple of beers
Who's Morimoto?
He created Zelda.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Wait,
I'm just being a dick.
am I?
You're Asian. You can say that.
Just a small dick though, because I'm Asian.
Oh, he's a Japanese chef. Okay, good. I did say the right name, but I wasn't sure. I was starting to question the name. Like, did I get the name wrong? But
You know what I
it
think?
was-
What is interesting is that we are talking about all this, uh, you know, craft brewery shit, and we're talking about the climate of it and Oregon and how many breweries, but we're actually really more interested in this, like, kind of these world beers, these kind of simplistic tastes, these basic, ultimately basic beers, like bringing the beers back to their essence, ultimately, instead of just this, like, I feel like the beer climate has just gotten too much. Like a few episodes when we did the fucking overrated beer types, and like some of them we just didn't know. It's like, what is this? What does this culture come to? Like, there's just these beers that are just like pretentious bullshit, and sometimes you just want a simple lager, and the perfection of simple lagers. And then even in our area, the Pacific Northwest, when you have these craft breweries produce a simple lager, it is
They don't make it simple.
No,
They
it's so complex.
it.
It's just it's just so frustrating. It's like, why not just buy ingredients from these areas and then create a beer? I don't know. I think we strive for simplicity, great taste and simplicity. I think that's what we all kind of wish or want ultimately. And I think this beer is it's very simple. This is a very simple beer, I think. It's very light.
I mean, the ingredient list is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ingredients.
But it's light, it's refreshing. It does the job. I mean, it's not going to get you drunk unless you drink like a fucking shit ton of it, but
if you drink a 6-pack of these bottles.
Yeah, but if you are just
It's a day drink beer.
Yeah, but if you're eating some food and hanging out and having a good time, this is a perfect beer, man. It has a taste. It's not like a lot of just like really watered down light beers. It has more of a taste, but it is light. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think this is a really great beer.
Yes. I would like to see more of it.
That's how I brought that all back around. You see that, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Like, just all this talking about bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
No, I enjoyed this one. I actually think this is my favorite of the group.
Are we ready to rate it?
Yeah, we can rate it. Don, give a thumbs up. All right, there you go. 3 chubs. Wusu!
Now, let's wait for Jared and Aaron to record their reactions as they drink it and listen along.
I wish, honestly.
Or watch along.
I honestly wish. I don't know if Aaron will never do it, but I think Jared could. We should just make Jared do it. Hey, Jared, if you're listening, which you are probably, you need to drink this beer like Milkman drinks the beer style, but maybe talk a little bit.
Well, yeah. That was kind of my idea.
Channel?
What?
Does Jared have a YouTube channel?
No, but I'll take the video and then I'll...
No, he could record himself and then he could... Yeah,
I could amend it to this episode, actually.
But it's like my idea for Aaron, since he doesn't like to show up for this, is like he would sit here and like either like show himself either watching it on the YouTube channel or whatever, and just like we'd maybe say something and then maybe he'll like talk at it and like add a thought or yell at it if he disagreed with something. I don't know. I had an idea for him, but I don't know if it's...
So you want him to be
just a pipe dream, or
what is it? Theater.
It's
3000?
like a reaction video almost, really. Well, yeah, it could be that too. Yeah, Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Thank you.
I was thinking that as spring approaches, Nick unfortunately has to drive up to Vancouver. But we do some of these in person at breweries. I'll just put the camera down and we'll like sit close to each other and we'll just pick a beer.
Well, you've kind of done that before.
We have, but we'll do it more.
Oh, okay.
That would be cool.
There's a bunch of breweries that I would like to check out that I haven't, or I have, but I should take you guys to.
Tap rooms that often, Nick? Or like I don't know if you go to Friends of Beer that often. Or
I was trying to get a gathering because they're doing like a game night deal tomorrow night, but
to get the whole crew out to Canby is a large ask. To get one person to come to Vancouver, way easier. Hey, Nick, here's the other thing. Here's one thing I was going to ask you, and you don't have to say yes to it, but the crew next weekend is our big shindig Sunday night.
It's the big show.
But I don't know if you could lock down Sunday in general because I believe John is interested in going. But we're going. So Yusef is holding his super stream.
Oh yeah, I was gonna go. I wanted to go.
And that's from like 2 to 6 at his apartment downtown Portland. So the couch co-op, because you're part of the couch co-op, is all invited to hang out. Free pizza.
Invade.
There will be free pizza, and then you just stream. We just play video games with Yusef all day, and then I'll bring beer. You can bring beer if you want, but you're invited. You don't have to go, but you're invited. I'm going for sure. Sounds like John's for sure going. Dave might be. I think Jared might be, but
oh shit! If you should hook up with Dave then, Nick. If Dave's gonna go, you guys can at least ride together.
I think Dave's a maybe, but
and he'd probably be coming a different way than I would.
But
it would be a little bit out of your way going to Beaverton, yeah.
But if you want to go, Nick, let me know and I'll send you the address and stuff. But but I understand also if you got Costco. Then just Sunday night is cool. Sunday night's super important. Like, and also, so here's the other thing. Sunday, even though it's our big anniversary episode, and we'll be drinking beer. Obviously, we're not going to be doing beer content. We're not going to be doing any of our other normal content. It's going to be a top 5 favorite games of all time list, and then kind of just at the beginning, I think we'll do a retrospective of like, oh, what's your favorite memory? And just talking about the show. Because it's been a decade of the couch co-op. So we probably won't do any beer battle. Aaron's Mobile Minute is gone, obviously. The new Dr. Demo segment.
Why?
Oh, well, because Aaron doesn't want to do it anymore.
No, that's...
Anyway,
that was a setup.
That was a setup.
Yeah.
It was indeed. Anyway, I just wanted to make I don't know why I'm telling you to do. I could tell you to do that. I could tell you this off the air, but I don't know. I'm drunk. I've been drinking, guys.
No, that was my first beer.
That was your first beer?
Mm-hmm.
What? This late at night?
Yeah. I mean, I can keep the party going if.
Well, all right. We gave it 3 thumbs up. Video games that we would say Wusu.
Bad Boys 2.
Bad Boys 2 for game, right? Bad Boys 2 for your John, Nick.
Double Dragon 2. I don't know.
That's a good one.
That was always my favorite of the Double Dragons, or at least from 1 to 3. But
I'm gonna go with Juiced because the turbo sound is Wusu. Wusu.
Yeah, Bad Boys Miami Takedown. That was a video game.
So yeah, that's the couch. That's the couch co-op, guys. It's the greatest beer podcast. I've gotten some positive feedback about the.
Oh, the bots like it.
The bots? No. I had some friends. Where we argued about the article about the overrated beers. So Nick, if you come across some other articles about beer styles or breweries or whatever, that kind of episode would be fun to do in the future. Some of those like debating the article's opinion might be fun.
I know how Ian feels about it, but do you feel the East Coast is kind of out of touch with craft breweries or craft beer, Nick? Or do you think there's a certain part of the U.S. that is kind of you feel like is lagging behind, or you just each region has its own different flavors?
Florida makes great beer.
I'm probably leaning towards more of that latter part. I mean, years ago, I probably would have said that there's like the Northwest and California were kind of leading the way, but
Well,
I
how
mean,
can you not? Our whole West Coast, from Alaska down to California, makes better beer than what, from Maine to Florida? Come on.
well, and then you've also got the Midwest. I mean,
Yeah, but we're not talking about them because we're not talking about Colorado. Those are like offshoots.
Goose Island or All
right.
Yeah, I mean,
okay, go
ahead. I don't know. I think they're. I mean, it's. I don't know. It seems like there's like if you go down the coast, they all have their signature or landmark or whatever breweries.
That'd be kind of interesting if we could focus on East Coast beers.
We
could do that. I mean, I'm sure John's Market has a bunch of East Coast
beers
we could
do. But some of the
Nick's like, I don't have the budget for that.
Well,
no,
that, but it's. I mean, distribution has gotten better like both ways, especially when you've got some of the West Coast breweries that have opened up breweries over on the East Coast for basically continental distribution, where before they would have been only like the West Coast and the mountain states. That's kind of helped. And
is distribution really that backwards where it's still hard to get stuff from either coasts?
We were supposed to get fucking, what is the Philadelphia beer?
Oh, Yinglings.
Yeah, we were supposed to get this.
Yeah,
and then that whole shit
with Miller Coors.
That whole shit fell through, and
I didn't know that it fell through.
We don't have it. That was supposed to be last year, I thought, sometime.
I have no idea. I mean, now that I work for a Miller Coors distributor, I'll let you know when it happens.
Yeah, let us know. Get it for free too, because I don't want to pay for it now. I was gonna pay for it before, but now it's fucking late. No.
But I think like a lot of states may have had like probably stricter laws in terms of like what
I know Utah does.
Yeah, I mean they're separate. They're their own thing, but yeah, but I mean even like in terms of like sending beer through the mail and such, I think some of the stuff has gotten relaxed.
Let's be honest, Nick. We have better water over here. They have shit water over there. Shit water.
What are you talking about? A New York brewery that pulls the water out of the Hudson or the East River?
Yeah, that's like that. That's literally shit water.
I know.
Like literally shit water. Like, yes.
That's the joke.
I know it's the joke, but I'm like hammering down on the fact that it's literally shit water. That's why their beer sucks.
We have Mountain Springs and.
But isn't that why their pizza dough is so much better?
That's just a lot of salt. A lot of salt to offset the shit water.
Cigar City and their swamp water.
Do they have better pizza? That's also an argument too. I mean, they say they do.
Well, yeah,
I don't know if they do.
That was the alleged reason why that the East Coast had better.
But I don't know if they actually do have better water. That's just Italians talking shit. Bring it. Pop, pop, pop.
Is this episode still going, or did
It is still
end on-
going because
Okay.
you guys started talking again. So I took the fucking thing off. I put the thing on, and then you guys John spurred a question. And it's like, fuck it, I guess we're just freeballing this episode right now.
I thought we were done. That's why.
No, we're not done yet. Because hey, if we're talking about beer, then it's still on.
Oh.
When we stop talking about beer, then I will turn it off. Are we talking? Okay, let's turn it off. I'm gonna put the fucking thing up now. We're gonna do little sweet talks. I love you guys. It's been a lot of fun. Oh man, this is such a great episode, dude. Yeah, it's 35 minutes. It's good times, hanging out. It's a lot of fun. Kissing. This is the couch co-hop. That's Nick. That's John. I'm Ian, and we'll hop you later.
Air kiss.
In a platonic way.